Bryce Huff stirred things up before mandatory camp even began, and Vic Fangio dropped one of those updates no fan wanted to hear. Meanwhile, the Eagles' defense is taking on a whole new look, with names like Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, and even a certain veteran who could be on the way. Things in Philly are far from quiet. There's real competition, unexpected moves, and a potential surprise that could shake everything up. Drop a like and let's dig into what's really going on behind the scenes. All right, Eagles fans, the calm before the storm is officially over. Voluntary OTAs are in the books, and now all eyes are locked in on Philly's mandatory minicamp. But let's be real, things already got spicy during those optional workouts. The Bryce Huff saga? Yeah, dude didn't show up and then boom, he's packing his bags and heading west to join the 49ers. That move alone had people buzzing. And if that wasn't enough drama, defensive coordinator Vic Fangio casually dropped the news that first-round rookie linebacker Jahad Campbell won't be suiting up until mid-August. Not exactly what fans were hoping to hear. But the real spotlight heading into minicamp, and honestly stretching all the way to training camp, is shining directly on the secondary. And CBS Sports' Garrett Padell nailed it. The big question is how this young, revamped unit will gel. Let's break it down. Last year, the Eagles were absolutely locking things down through the air. Number 1 in pass defense, giving up just 174.2 yards a game, and the entire defense finished top of the league overall. But now, it's a whole new cast of characters. Gone are the vets like C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Darius Slay, James Bradbury, and Avonte Maddox. In their place, a bunch of fresh faces with sky-high potential, but not a ton of NFL experience. Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, both rookies, are expected to start. And while they've got the tools, the Eagles are still figuring out who's lining up outside with them. It's down to Keely Ringo or newcomer Adoree Jackson. Over at safety, Reed Blankenship looks locked in, but the spot next to him? Still wide open, with Sidney Brown, Tristan McCollum, and rookie Andrew Makuba all fighting for it. Now here's where it gets interesting. DeJean might not just stick to one spot. He's expected to float between slot corner and safety, which could shuffle things around even more and give guys like Ringo and Jackson a chance to snag bigger roles. So yeah, there's talent. Loads of it. But what this group doesn't have is a ton of experience. Only 5 dudes in that secondary are older than 25, with Perry Nickerson being the elder statesman at 30. Bottom line, fans hoping to see final depth charts during minicamp should pump the brakes. But what they will see is a clearer picture of who's rising, who's ready, and how this young secondary might hold up when the real bullets start flying this fall. Can this young defense really hold it down? Let me know in the comments. And stay tuned. There's a big-name target that could totally reshape the secondary. Alright, so it's early June, but if you're an NFL team hunting for a top-tier corner, it might as well be Christmas morning. And the biggest gift under the tree? None other than Jair Alexander, who just got the axe from the Green Bay Packers. Yep, that's right. The Pro Bowl corner is officially on the market, and guess who might be first in line at the checkout? The Philadelphia Eagles. Now, this wasn't exactly a surprise. The Packers and Alexander had reportedly agreed to explore trade options earlier this offseason, but with no takers biting, Green Bay decided to cut ties. Enter the Eagles, who, let's be honest, love scooping up big-name talent, especially when the price is right. Trevor Sikkema over at PFF wasted no time linking Alexander to Philly, calling the Birds a perfect match, especially after they cut ties with Darius Slay and watched Isaiah Rodgers walk out the door. And yeah, Philly fans, there's a hometown twist here too. Alexander was born in Philadelphia. You can't script this stuff. The Eagles already have 2 exciting young corners in Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean, both of whom looked like absolute studs in their rookie seasons. But adding Alexander into the mix, that's a veteran presence with legit all-pro pedigree. He could slide right in as the CB1, letting DeJean roam the slot and Mitchell lock down the other side. Boom, you've got a secondary that could mimic last year's lockdown unit. Jared Dubin from CBS Sports also co-signed the idea, pointing out that Alexander would be a major upgrade over Keely Ringo or Adoree Jackson, who are currently battling for that second outside corner role. And let's be honest, if the Eagles want to run it back to the Super Bowl, solidifying that secondary has to be priority number 1. Now, here's the catch. Alexander hasn't exactly been the picture of perfect health lately. Over the last 4 seasons, he's missed 34 games dealing with everything from groin strains to MCL issues and concussions. But Philly's not scared of that. This is the same franchise that took a flyer on players like James Bradberry and C.J. Gardner-Johnson and turned them into impact players during their Super Bowl run. For this to actually happen, though, Alexander would have to be cool with a deal heavy on incentives. The Eagles love betting on guys who bet on themselves. If Jair's down for that kind of contract and hungry for a ring, Philly just might be the perfect landing spot. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but man, imagine a secondary with Mitchell, DeJean, and Alexander. That's nasty. The young guys have talent, but experience still matters. If a proven vet joins the mix, that could change everything. Hit subscribe so you don't miss what the Eagles do next.